Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So since fall has rolled around, I wanted to film a video on this makeup look right here. It's super simple, kind of natural, so I've been wearing this a lot. It's been my go-to on days where I don't want to look complete potato, but also not full glam yet. Also, if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below to stay updated with future videos. And if you guys want to see how I get this look, then keep on watching. To prep my skin, I will be using the Tatcha the Silk Canvas. I just take the scraper and I scrape some of the product out. Then I like to warm the product between my fingers and then pat it into the skin. Okay, so moving on to my base. On a daily basis, I don't like to use foundation, so typically I like to go in with concealer and just spot treat the areas that I need. So with that, I will be taking the Fit Me concealer in the shade number 10 Light. And then I'm just going to go in with my beauty blender and blend it into the skin. Do you guys see this? This dot right here, because the skin is still very raw, it won't take any of the products, so I've been left with this just red dot. But either way, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, it's hidden pretty well because it is like right under my nose. And then I like to go back in with a second layer of concealer, but this time I'm going to be using a little bit of a lighter one. This is the e.l.f. HD concealer in Fair. I am clearly not fair, so I like to use this to highlight and add extra coverage wherever needed. I'm setting my nose and a little bit more here, even though it probably won't stick. And you just want to pounce. You don't want to drag the product everywhere because that really kills the coverage, especially with the blemish that you want to conceal. Just take a very light hand and then blend out the areas around it. That way there's more product actually sitting on top of the place you want to cover. And then with whatever is left on the beauty blender, I just like to just dab and blend everything into my skin. I just do this just in case like there's any harsh lines left over from the concealer that I've missed. And then to set my skin, I'll be using the Fit Me Set and Smooth. I just like to swirl my beauty blender in here, and then I set my eyes first, and then I go back with a fluffy brush and I set my entire face after. So again, with areas that you have concealer, just press the powder into your skin. For areas where you don't have concealer, which is the majority of your face, take a fluffy brush. I like to stamp the product on first, and then I go back in and blend it out. I really get oily in between like my eyebrows, so I tend to like to put a little bit more. After I'm done placing my product on my face, I just go back and I just blend. I'm just going to do my brows off camera, so I will be back in a second with my brows on. Okay, I'm back with my brows on. Let me know if you guys want to see how I do my brows. I will film a separate video for that. But for now, let's move on to the eyes. Wait, let me bring you guys closer. Hold on. Now that we're a little bit closer, whew! So today I'm going for a little bit more of a warm fall orangey look. So I'm going to set my eyes with the Tartelette in Bloom palette using the shade, Flower Child right here. I'm just going to be blending this into my entire lid. And then into the crease, I'll be taking the shade Smarty Pants. It's kind of like a very light caramel color. So starting off in the outer corner, just tap it in and then start blending in a windshield wiper motion. And then I'll be going in with the Huda Beauty Warm Obsessions palette. Talked about this 1,000 times already. Taking this darker caramel color, just a little bit. I just wanted to give my eyes a little bit more dimension. So again, with the tapping motion, tap in the outer corner and then blended it into the crease. But for this color, just go a little bit lower, like so. And the next color that I will be using is the main color of this makeup look. It's the orange in the palette. So the orange is pretty pigmented. I just want to take a light hand. And then same thing, lay it in the outer corner. Now this time even lower than the caramel shades. You just want to build the intensity that you want first and then blend it into the eye. And with makeup, you always just want to go back in again and again to make sure that it's even. So right now I'm looking down my mirror right now, I'm just trying to figure out which side needs more help. Okay, now I'm going back in with the blending brush. There's probably not much product in there, but I'm just going to diffuse the edges. To add more dimension, I am going back in to the Tartelette in Bloom palette. Going to be mixing the two shades Activist and Leader. Just very lightly. I'm just putting it right in the outer corner, super close to my lash line to give it more dimension. Kind of acts like a shadow. And with dark colors, you really want to go in with a light hand, because if there's not enough, you can always add, but once there's too much, it's really hard to take away the product. So always make sure you go in with a light hand. This is the Maybelline Master Chrome in Molten Gold. I love this highlighter. It's so pigmented, and I'll just be going into my inner third of the lid. It's crazy pigmented. Going to be taking the brush that I used to put down the orange color and just blend out the edges. Going back into the Tarlin Bloom palette, I'm going to be taking the color Charmer. It's just this pretty white color right here. And then for my lower lash line, I'm going to be going in with this pencil eyeshadow brush. Just taking the caramel shade, buffing this all over my under eyes. Oh shit, I forgot to tell you guys. Then I went in with the orange. And then I'm going to go ahead and curl my eyelashes. Just give it a couple of good generous squeezes. Honestly, I have the thinnest Asian lashes. I don't even know if it makes a difference. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I'm taking a brown eyeliner. Just going to take a brush and lift my lids. That part always looks scary, and trust me, it kind of is sometimes. And then I just decided to wing it out a little bit. And then going back in with a single shadow. This is Charcoal Brown by MAC. I've had this for so many years. Taking an angle brush, I just wanted to diffuse that line a little bit. I'm going to be using the Tarte Lifted Sweatproof Mascara. I suck so bad at putting on mascara because I don't wear mascara often. Moving on to the face. I'm taking the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. So I'm placing the product right at the corner of my ear. I'm not sure if you've caught my technique yet, but I like to place the product wherever it's going first and then blend it out. And of course with some products you can't do that because it dries too fast, but the majority of the products that I buy work well with whatever I'm doing. So that's what I've used. Here too. Right at the jawbone. And then we go in and we blend this shit out. Okay. You just want to be doing circular buffing motions. And you always want to blend upward instead of downward. I think I'm quite happy. Gives your face more warmth. After, I'll be taking a Precision contour brush and contouring my nose with the same bronzer. So I like to go a little bit more heavy right here at the top of the nose ridge, and then a little bit more light here, and then contour the bottom. Okay, moving on to blush. Found a new blush by NYX the other day, and I fell in love with the color because it's super like orange, red, corally. I really like the color. I tested it on my hand yesterday and it's so pigmented. I'm just gonna swipe it once, right? And then look at this. For blush, that's insane pigment. So with this, I really have to go with a very light hand. So I'm just gonna tap and then swirl the product in here to like, look, it just coated my brush with this. It's crazy. I'm gonna go with a super light hand. Look, I'm barely touching my face. I'm just gonna go in with my usual shade right here and kind of just blend everything out. So with this, I can be a little bit more rough. Okay, and on to my favorite part, highlighter. I love highlighter. So I'll be going in with the highlighter shade in the Tarte Face palette. It's super subtle, but that is just the first layer. Like, it's very natural. Like, you can already see a glow, but like, it's not like in your face. My cute glow. And then with the bridge of my nose, I like to use my fingers just because it gives a little bit more precision. Now that we've laid in our first layer, I'm gonna go back in with the Master Chrome, and with this, use a super light hand. Like insanely light hand. You just want to put it at the very top of the side. Right here. I forgot to do my inner corner highlight, so I'm gonna go back in and do that. I'm taking the Amaretzi highlight collaboration with Anastasia. That's all I need. That's all I need. Okay, and for lips, Cinnamon Toast by L'Oreal. It's like an orangey, burnt red. I don't know how to describe it, but it's so pretty on the lips. So I just like to do that kind of like in the center of the lip. And then I take my finger and I blend it out. It's going to be setting my face with the All Nighter setting spray. Okay, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Leave me a comment down below on what you guys want to see next. And before I let you go, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click the notification bell to stay updated with future videos. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!